just don't. I don't know the reason. I'm just trying to save you some time.
Oh, you did it. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Thank you all for coming. My name is David Moore. I am the chair for the Black Canyon City Water Improvement District. I'd like to call this meeting to order on this Tuesday, November 26, 2024 at 5 p.m. The Black Canyon City Water Improvement District being held at the Black Canyon City Library. Our first order of business is roll call. Again, I'm Dave Moore, chair.
Jed Carter, vice chair.
Dorothy Moore, treasurer.
Chrissy Matheson.
Member at large, okay? Perfect.
Member at large.
All right. We have a quorum of 4. Randy Hrabina is absent, and he's on the agenda number 7 for possible action later in the meeting. And from the public, if you wouldn't mind stating your name, that'd be great.
Jerry Cook from Spencer Street.
Tim Cook.
Anthony Chandler.
Anthony.
Cindy Melandra.
James Chris, 32.
Tina Fair.
Tom Strizak, owner user.
Melina Reylek, owner user.
Elaine, owner user.
Mary Hoadley, Upper Iowa Free Watershed Partnership.
Hey, Mary. Welcome. All right. Thank you all for attending. Appreciate that very much. Agenda item 2 is our customary reflection time. So if we could take a moment of silence here, I'd appreciate that. Okay, thank you very much. Agenda item 3, board member reports. Any board members have any reports? Jed?
I have nothing.
Nothing?
I hung up the agenda at post office, the water office, and Ron's Market.
Okay, thank you very much. Chrissy?
I have nothing.
Nothing? All right. I posted the agenda for tonight's meeting on the website, and I posted the September minutes on the website. I think that was it, and that's all. Okay, agenda item 4. The approval of the October 22nd, 2024 regular board meeting minutes. Everybody received a copy in their board packet. Hi there. Does anyone have any questions on the October 22, 2024 regular board meeting minutes?
Well, I
Thank
think
you.
under the financial section, it shows the different accounts, and then it says recap Bank of the West. I think that should be BMO / Bank of the West.
It is on mine.
That, well, it is not mine. Okay. No, it says recap right there.
Yeah, BMO Bank.
Bank of the West / BMO. That's what I just said. That's usually what it says, not recap.
Oh, I see
whatever.
what you're saying. Okay. Anyway, thank you, Lisa, for correcting that. To BMO Bank.
Or here?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What do you want me to put?
Nothing.
Oh,
You could probably take the word recap out in the future.
BMO/Bank of the West. Yes, through this year, and then starting next year, it'll probably just be BMO.
Oh,
They've always, it's the way it's been all year.
okay. All right. Jed, did you have any corrections or errors on the minutes?
Not that I noticed, no.
Chrissy?
No.
All right. And I've gone through it, and I didn't have any corrections as well. So may I have a motion to approve the 10/22/2024 regular board meeting minutes?
I'll make a motion.
Jed Carter so moved, Saul second. All in favor say aye. All right. Motion carries unanimously. Agenda item 5, the treasurer's financial report for approval as of October 31st, 2024. Lisa had made a statement that these were relatively complete, but I think you made a comment that there were some changes or additions or corrections that you were still gonna make on these.
There's just a couple things that I need to reconcile on it, but for the most part, all 5 of the bank statements did clear, they were reconciled. But there are some, and the monthly cash management reports and attached showing the receipts and the batches. There was just one that didn't clear for $888.29, and that's on there. So it'll just come in the next month, but it's pretty, it's just what happens all the time in your bank account. Not everything clears, but the only one that didn't clear for this specific month was the $888.29. And then the water billing is all there, and it's consistent with everything I have on it. But there is just one, I noted in the impact fees, I've got 5,000 there, but it was split between the 2 months. So that's where I'm off a little bit. So that's the only thing that I have to reconcile still, but I've been pretty full. But everything on here is fine, where it says the beginning and the ending, the general fund, the beginning and the ending and the difference, all that's correct. The security, all on the top is all of the accounts. The general fund, security deposit, those are 4 bank accounts that we have with Yavapai County and then the Bank of the West. All of those reconcile. The only thing that I had told you in your email was that in the cash management reports, there's one thing outstanding, and I have to reconcile that. And other than that, it's just the
And you said that was like $888.
$88.29.
Okay.
$888.29.
$888.29.
It's there. I
Okay.
put it in there.
Okay, well,
Okay.
are you done?
Mhm.
Okay. The total receipts, I don't see that number anywhere.
It's because the 71,000 on the total receipts is, you have to take the 71,000, and if you look up here, all of the 6,000, I think it's $6,500 is interest. So it takes that out. It takes this 6 out, it takes the interest out. The 71 is there, and then the interest is added on our statements.
Okay. And then there's no total for this section.
That is why.
Okay.
All accounts balancing with the above reconciliation, and it doesn't have that because of the $888.29.
And
That's the only area right there is where I told you.
and over $10,000 things.
Okay.
Over $10,000 you wanted noted?
Yes.
Okay, so there's.
Well, no, just on the check signing, but,
Yeah, this is
no, that's not
different.
abnormal. That is what I mentioned to you earlier was water meters for Palo Verde and Ironwood.
Uh-huh.
That's okay, that doesn't need to be reported, that's just part of doing
Okay.
business.
And then his Western.
And that one either.
Okay.
Is this something that's on there that you're talking about?
It's,
Or something you wanted to add?
it's in the disbursements, but not noted over 10,000, but he's.
No, that's fine. No, we're okay
But you
with
do
that.
have, I did send you a copy of the disbursement
Uh-huh.
of all of them
Okay,
and the reconciliations.
okay.
But,
Any other questions on the financials?
No.
Chrissy?
Nope.
Jed?
No questions.
So the only thing left to reconcile is that $888 and change.
Yes, and usually the treasurer would do that with Sarah. So it's not working out like that right now. And so as I told you before, that I did ask you if we could get it, I could pay for it, and in my, when I applied for the job, I wanted.
We can sidebar that one.
Okay, well, that's fine, but there is no one to do it with right now. There's just, so to reconcile this, I usually have someone like the treasurer. or
treasurer.
someone. So, I guess with everything that's gone on, I have not done that. We have not been able to do that, there's been a lot of confusion.
Okay. Jed, Dorothy, Chrissy, I'd recommend tabling this until it's reconciled with the treasurer and bring it back up for approval on the December meeting.
I agree.
Jed, what is your thoughts on that?
Yeah, because treasurer needs approval, so.
Okay. All right, I'll make a motion to table the financial report for October 31st until the meeting on December 17th. May I have a second?
I second that.
Dorothy Moore seconds. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Operations report, Bob. That
Okay,
is all you.
alright, so we had 19 work orders, 19 of them were complete. That was 2 turn-ons, 1 turn-off, 3 meter valve box repair replacement, 1 main line or service line leak repair, 1 booster pump well site issue, 9 meter rereads, final reads, and then 2 customer service. So we had 2 turn-ons, one was for a home inspection, and then the other was for a new backflow. We shut it off previous, and now we turned it on for, because they were installing a backflow at their house. The turn-off was for the at-home inspection. Also, 3 meter valve box cleanouts. We had one on Abbott, Alvin's Way, and then Wagon Wheel. The service line, actually the main line break was up on Mud Springs. It was a 6-inch line that they hit there. And I think we're missing a few in there that we didn't get work orders completed on. It seems like we had more than just one main line damage during the course of the month. But moving on, the well booster pump up at Indian Hills Tank. We had a copper tubing leak on the globe valve, so that was replaced. And then we had another issue on Wednesday that I didn't put in there. Wednesday we had a power outage. As everybody probably knows, we had last Wednesday some power outage. The generator turned on at GOA, but the transfer switch failed. It would not allow, it would not shut down from APS and accept the generator power. I have Lofton equipment coming out tomorrow morning to look at the transfer switch and figure out why it did not operate properly.
Is that an electronic operation?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. Meter rereads, final reads, we had 8 rereads. One was okay, 2 of them we estimate because there's dogs. And so we wait for the homeowner to call and set up a time for us to come out so that we can remove the dogs from the yard. The one on Bertha, we are going to install a new meter in December. Just wanted to get through the holidays or through Thanksgiving and then we'll install a new meter. The one on Aqua Vista and Wagon Wheel, we corrected those. Desert Cove, we had done a tier rate correction we got with Lisa, and that one's been corrected. And then the one on K-Field, we're gonna put a new meter in there because that one's acting up. So there's 2 new meters gonna be installed next month to help clean up the rereads. The final read, there's a final read on Bertha, and that was for a real estate transaction. We had a couple of customer call-outs. One on Abbott, they were concerned about a leak on the property, so we went up to assist on that. And then the one on Indian Hills, they called because of low pressure. When we checked it, it was 30 PSI, which is above our minimum. So we were fine there. We're still getting a ton of blue stakes. We had 103 last month. So those continue. Water samples, we collected the quarterly arsenic last month. Big John sitting at 7, Oasis at 6.3, GOA jumped up to 10. But as we know, arsenic is a 4-month rolling average. It brings it down to 3.7. We've had problems backwashing GOA. Joe is working on installing new valves so we can backwash the system better.
We have them?
Yep, they're in, so we should be able to get to that. He's open next week. Collected the 2 bacteria samples for the month. Both of those were absent, which is a good result for that. Annual samples, no annual samples were taken in the last month. Well stats, the wells are holding steady. We've dropped a little bit since summer. For those interested, we are at, for Big John, we are sitting at a static at 28 or 24.8. Drawdown is 26.8. Oasis is 27 for static. It's 27.7. Drawdown is 29.2. At Oasis 2 is static is 27.6 and 29.5 is the drawdown. At GOA 2 we're at 24.7 for static, and then drawdown is 27.4. GOA 3 static is 25.3 and 26.4 is the drawdown. So we've dropped a few feet from summer.
I just have I'm having a hard time understanding why Oasis 1 and 2 are sitting where they're at. Did you ever wonder that? I mean, their depths are feet lower than Big John and GOA.
And the others.
They're like 3 feet lower.
Mm-hmm.
And you go back to June and they were in fantastic shape.
Right. Oasis 1 has a frequency drive on it, so that one's operating, it's probably running 18 hours a day with some slowdown period there, which might be causing some additional demand or drawdown in that area.
Okay.
And Joe has noticed that Oasis does run more than the other wells. So even Oasis 2 comes on more frequently than the other wells. And he tries to balance that out through changing the pressure in the hydrodynamic tanks, trying to even out the flow. So that when he comes in and he sees Oasis 2 running at 8 hours per day, he goes to the other 2 tanks and tries to add air so that he can slow down the flow and reduce the demand from Oasis 2 so that it drops down to 4.
Does it push it to 1?
Well, he tries to push it out to GOA and out to Big John.
Oh, okay.
He's trying to even out the distribution across all of the wells.
Okay.
So,
But still, I just point that out
Yeah.
because you're almost at 30 feet on drawdown
Mm-hmm.
on those 2 wells.
Yep.
Okay.
Schoolhouse loop tank, we are still working on trying to get an electrician out there to help us with the APS issue and a breaker box. Water meter service, still working through that with WIFA. Big John 3, waiting on KP Ventures to kind of finalize their schedule. Palo Verde Ironwood mainline upgrade. Struggling a little bit out there to locate lines. It's taking Tony longer than we had anticipated because we're struggling to find where he can tie into the lines. But he believes he should be done in the next couple of weeks. With all the tie-ins. That's all I have.
All right. Thank you, Bob.
So Bob, you didn't have any pink slips?
Don't know what the number is.
Okay, Jed, do you have any questions on the operations report?
I don't have any question now.
Dorothy, Chrissy? None? All right, I don't either. May I have a motion to approve the operations report as of November 22nd?
I'll make a motion to approve the operations report as of November 22nd.
Thank you. Jed Carter so moves. May I have a second?
I'll second.
Dorothy Moore seconds. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, motion carries unanimously. Agenda item 7, letter of resignation from Randy Hrabina. Discussion and possible action. The heck did I do that? That'll work. Thank you. Oh, here it is. You can have it back. Randy Hrabina on November 8th wrote a resignation letter that says, "It is with regret I must tender my resignation from the Black Canyon City Water Improvement District Board at this time. As you know, with my health, we've been considering moving closer to family. Our house is under contract now and set to close prior to the November board meeting. There is so much that has been accomplished over the last 25 years to be proud of in the district, while keeping the district debt-free. Accomplishments made possible the amazing teamwork of management and numerous dedicated boards. With all the improvements made, however, it is still an old system, and there is still much more to be done. It is my earnest hope those to follow will learn to appreciate the good that has been accomplished and continue our efforts. Best regards, Randall, Hrabina, past secretary." Any questions? None. Okay. Well, with a move, in this case out of state, for Randy Hrabina, it's incumbent on the board to accept his resignation. So I will make a motion to accept Randy Hrabina's resignation. May I have a second?
I'll second.
Jed Carter seconds. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, motion carries unanimously. Agenda item 8. Canvass of the November 5th, 2024 Special District Election. I have in my hot little hands the election results from the Director of Elections. And the board needs to certify those. It's already been to the Yavapai County Board of Supervisors on November 20th. And until that time, they were considered unofficial final results. They were certified since then. I'm going to read the election results for the Black Canyon City Water and Domestic Water Improvement District Governing Board 4-year terms, and not in any particular order. It's not. Elaine Clayton, 532 votes. Randall Hrabina, 190 votes. Dorothy Moore, 234 votes. Melina Reylek, 353 votes. Tom Strizak, pardon me, Tom. Strizak, 538 votes. And Vivian Castro, 109 votes as well, for a total of 1,107 votes, which is, no, I'm sorry, 1,956 votes. The, if it matters, the 3 that won the election were Tom Strizak with 27.51% of the total votes. This is pretty close. Elaine Clayton, 27.20%, is neck and neck, and then Melina following close behind at 18.05%. So, congratulations on you 3.
Thank you.
Very well done, Tom, Melina,
Thank you.
Elaine, and welcome to January in like 35 days or some darn thing. Okay, let's see if I missed anything. I don't believe so. I think the rest of this was these were the unofficial. No, we don't need to worry about that. Does the board have any questions or concerns on what I have read on the election results? Jed? Concerns, questions?
No concerns or questions.
Okay then. May I have a motion to certify the election results as received from Yavapai County?
I'll make a motion to accept the election results.
Okay, Jed Carter so moves. May I have a second?
Second.
Dorothy Moore seconds. All in favor say aye.
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 All right, motion carries unanimously. Thank you all. And congratulations again, you 3.
Thank you.
What now? Wow.
So did you say it?
No. I don't know how that's possible. They come off the same printer. Anyway, no, that does not exist. Agenda item 9 is called to the public.
Hold on.
Yes,
What about this? The letters of intent.
it does not exist, sweetie.
It was.
Or I should say, Ms. Treasurer,
Yes. Okay, so
it
this
does not exist.
number 8.
Strike it.
Cross on number 8.
I don't have number 8. Well, I got number 8, but
That's the canvas.
yeah.
Yeah, well, mine.
Yeah, that's an anomaly. I don't know what's going on with that.
Mhm.
Call to the public. Does anyone have any comments, suggestions, concerns? Tina Fair, please.
Good evening. You said I'm Tina Fair. I just have one comment to make. Are you staying on the board in January?
No, ma'am.
Good. I am very glad to see you go after the way that I seen you treat an employee this afternoon. I am disgusted that you sit in the position that you sit in.
Okay.
Screaming and yelling at employees, intimidating them is completely uncalled for, sir.
Okay.
Thank you for resigning.
You're welcome. Anyone else? Yes.
This is not on the agenda, but I would like it to be put on the agenda for December. An update regarding the project that Tony Chandler bid on that could not be done because there was not enough money, and how that's going to be addressed. I see things are being staked out on David Street, but there was Spencer Court and Buckskin, I think, that needed to have work done because they were going to repave, and you said that all of those lines needed to be replaced. Otherwise, if the county replaced the pavement and we didn't replace the lines, that would cause a huge issue. So I believe that must be put on the agenda for December so that we know where that stands and where the money is going to come from to finance those projects, because at present it doesn't appear that there's enough money to do that.
I'd like to respond since it's on the minutes, and it's part of, these minutes are part of the agenda on Buckskin Court. And Abbott Alley. They're all one project. In any event, it was stated at the last meeting that it was tabled and postponed and would be rebid.
But the problem is the county going to repave before a bid can come in and that work be done? And is there the money now to pay for it? Because before the issue was paying for Ironwood, and that project meant that there wasn't enough money for Spencer and Buckskin Court. That was $180,000 on the original bid, but Tony indicated it could increase in price by $50,000 if it went out to rebid. So what is the status of that? It should be, I was surprised it wasn't mentioned this evening, but it needs to be addressed by December because it looks like the county's getting ready to prepare for repaving.
Bob, have you heard anything from the
I
county?
don't have an update. I can reach out to the county and see
Okay.
when their target paving date is.
I talked to some of the workers on Church Street. I think it is the ones that are repaving right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I've noticed that they have already staked the right of ways on Abbott, and they had told me that they were planning on moving to Abbott next. And they also told me that once it's paved, it's a 5-year moratorium before any infrastructure can be done after a new road has been paved.
Right.
And he was gonna reach out to the county and his bosses to find out what was going on.
Yeah,
Isn't that something that we should, you guys should be following up on? Where's the money and can it be repaved before they start? Or is the piping going to be replaced before they start? I don't think it's wise to wait until the last minute to rebid it and then to have them repave and then nothing can happen for 5 years. That's not a good thing.
Correct, yeah. I'll get with the county. They did stop by last week, dropped off a card. I'll call them and see what their target date is and see if we can move forward. But money could be the issue.
So then, are there any solutions or our thoughts on how that money is going to be, where the money's gonna
We
come
can't,
from to be able to complete these projects, so
We,
that,
we, as you mentioned when you started, you know it's not on the agenda. We've got it as far as we can on that. And I pulled it from the minutes. But Bob is gonna talk to the county. I'll send you the minutes from the last meeting. That might enlighten you a little bit. We are not ignoring this issue. The county stated that it would be done in the spring, nowhere near now. But the county does what the county wants to do.
well, the issue is.
So anyway,
I would like to see it
understand
on
your
December's agenda,
okay,
a solution to that, and when it is potentially going out for rebid, and where the funding will come from to pay for it, because at the last meeting, there was not enough money.
To Dave's point about this possibly being pushed back till spring, I spoke with the manager of operations for the road projects, Burl, and he indicated to me that it was pushed back till spring. But you can confirm that, Bob?
Okay, I'll give him a call.
We hope, we can hope for that.
okay, any other questions?
I have just one concerning my bill, if I could address it now, please.
We can try.
Well, I've done the best I can. Lisa has some paperwork. We had a mess coming on here. I missed a month. I believe it was April, according to my bank. And of course, I can't figure out what the hell he was talking about now. But anyway, everything else came in, okay? And what happened was, this is when Sarah was transitioning out, and Lisa was transitioning in.
Right.
And so I made up, and they said, okay, this is 40 or 50 bucks, whatever the heck it was, for this month that you missed, and then it's gonna be another X amount of money. And it came out to something like $89 or something like that for the 2 months. And the darndest thing is that I didn't get credit for the next month, and the next thing I know, I've got 3 or 4, I don't even know how many, late bills and all this happy kind of stuff. And I asked to see the bill for that 1 month that was in contention, so I could point out that I paid the 2 at once, and I was not presented with the bill. So this is not coming forward. This has been going on for 3 months. I know they want to turn off my water, God bless them, I don't give a damn anymore. But this isn't my fault. So what is the problem here? Can someone please have it reconciled within a short amount of time now? I have the money, I'll pay you in full. I simply ask for you to look and see that those 2 months were paid. And Sarah was there, and I couldn't even talk to Sarah, even on the phone or anything. Well, actually, she wasn't there, but I asked to speak to her when she was there so that maybe she could help jog somebody else's mind.
I'm sorry, what was your name again?
Stupid, and I can prove it. It's number 32.
Number 32 works for me, sir.
Thank you.
That works for me. Does that work for you, Lisa?
Yes, he was, yes. He was in today.
Oh, I've got dogs I have to take care of. I hope you have a wonderful meeting and a good Thanksgiving.
You as well. Thank you, sir.
Have a good day. Or evening. Yeah, good day tomorrow, why not? Bye now.
Bye.
Just a quick question.
Ms.
When-
Cook.
When you read the resignation letter, you said that he was secretary. Do you have to,
Randy was secretary, correct?
is that what the possible action was on number 7? Just wondering if you,
Oh, no, the
If you have
possible
to vote
action
to-
was accepting
oh,
the
I didn't know if you had
resignation.
to replace him as secretary.
He needs to be replaced, but it would be fortuitous, to say the least, because he would be replaced again next year, probably, in January, February. Whoever replaced him, he or her, because it would only be for the month of December. Actually, we don't have time to replace him at this point. We'll have to move with 4 board members.
Okay, that's just one.
And that was on agenda item number 7. Mary,
Hi.
Miss Hoadley.
You may have talked about this last month, I'm sorry if you did, but I was just interested in the lead service line inventory that was due in October. And if it was turned in, if there were any lead service lines in your inventory.
There are no lead service lines in Black Canyon City. We do have some galvanized, and that will be their next target, will be the galvanized. But we did comply with the rule. We got all of our inventories in. And now we're waiting.
Right, but you don't have any
Yep.
lead, that you don't have to, there's nobody to tell.
Right, I don't need to notify anybody,
Right.
but yeah, I think it's another year and a half, they'll take the next step.
Uh-huh.
We'll be, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Anyone else? Okay, our next meeting is December 17th here, 5 p.m. Thank you all. The meeting is adjourned.
Okay.
I think you saw it now.
No, but
Lisa,
yes,
have you spoken
Did
with?
you have, like,
number
have the
32
drawings
gentlemen?
When
used
Bob was
and
at
everything? And did
No,
Ed
we're not.
Sandy and Smith
When who?
help you? 'Cause
Bob was in?
Bob, he was in today when you were there, right?
The gentleman.
Yes,
number
yes,
32.
yes, he was there. I'll get
He's
that.
been in there before, he wasn't there when Sarah was there.
So we had,
Do we have a resolution?
one of the consultants help us.
Uh,
I don't remember which one, but what they did was, they took my Excel spreadsheet and they put it in a format that the state will accept. Yeah. So they have, oh, good help. No, we came done. We exposed every
Hey,
service
Jen.
line. Yeah.
You can get a letter?
No.